What's up, everybody? Welcome into Average Joe's Sports Talk. We have a full house tonight, as you can see. This is going to be our weekly official high school preview show. A lot of big games around the area and around the state, actually. We have a very special guest in tonight, Mr. Kelly Dees. The man knows more about Southside football than anybody in the history of the planet. We've already discussed that on our show. Dax is in as always, Reggie in as always, and Mr. Shannon Wood. This week, guys, we're gonna start off with Gadsden and versus Austin, and this is gonna be a home game for Gadsden City. I know Sessions is ready to get, his home crowd behind him. He's ready to start rolling. Tell us a little bit about that game, Reggie.
Yeah, they're ready to go. I was getting my notes together for this game. The offensive coordinator sent a tweet out saying that they had their best practice they've had all season today, and the guys are pumped up. They're ready to go. Austin's a good team. They were in 6A last year. They lost to Pinson Valley in the quarterfinals of the 6A playoffs. I think it was like a shootout. It was like a 52-51 game. Austin had current Auburn running back Asa Martin, and I think he briefly played at IMG before he came back to Austin. So Austin's a tough team. They're big. They're physical. Gadsden City and Austin have played 2 times before, and both were Austin wins by 3 points. So I think we're going to match up well with them. Like I said, the guys they're ready for their first win. And this is a must-win game too for the region.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
Now it's time to. I mean, when it gets in the region play, you can't afford to drop anything.
No, yeah, you can't. Especially in our region.
The good news is having their best practice of the season so far at the right time.
Right time, yeah. They're peaking. It's like they told me, when we first started this, they said that it's gonna be a process. It's gonna take a few games under the belt to get everything going, and I think this week they're gonna get it going.
And I can comment on that. I understand that a lot of people want to start out 3-0. You don't want to start out slow. But I mean, would you rather start out 0-3 and finish the season 7-3, or would you rather start out the season 7-0 and finish out 7-3? Exactly. You want to get better as you go on. And I think sometimes it takes 2 or 3 games, and you just got to kind of respect the process.
Yeah, it does. It does.
It's kind of stuff you don't add water and steer, and it just happens. You don't work through some things.
Yeah. But like I said, they're ready to go. I did see some highlights too from their 9th grade game the last couple of weeks, and we got some guys coming up that are no joke.
Good.
The future's bright. So we got a running back coming up next year. He's nicknamed the Bus. If you see his highlights, you'll see why he's called the Bus.
Actually, no, he's not. He's a boss.
Yeah.
I seen him play against my son.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna call it this week. The Gadsden City is gonna pull out their first win.
Let's do it. Come on, man. You missed
28-21.
28-21, right?
It's gonna be a close one.
Before we pass the baton on, talk about Oaks Bluff for just a second. I know you did a little bit of research on them, and people's been asking.
Yeah, everybody's been asking about Oaks Bluff. They started out the year ranked number 3 in 4A. They moved up to number 2 when Hillcrest Evergreen lost. They have Aniana this week at home, which is going to be a key region game for them. They looking at that region, looks like Oaks Bluff, Jacksonville, and Aniana are going to be fighting for home field advantage. So if Oaks Bluff pulls this one off, they're going to be sitting in the driver's seat for a home game in the first round. Looking at their offense and defense, looking at their numbers, the offense and defense are both ranked 8th in 4A, which is not bad at all. So I mean, Oaks Bluff, they pretty much control their destiny this year.
That is a pretty tough region, dude.
It is.
Aniana and Jackson is much improved.
Yeah.
We ever figure out that kid's name from Oaks Bluff, number 10? Do you know his name?
I don't know.
Is it Braden something?
I can't remember.
Because I had it and I should have wrote it down.
But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I don't really brag on a lot of teams, but it's hard not to like Coach Rob and the Eagles. I mean, it's just really not. It's just hard not to like them, even though, when they beat you, it's just hard not to like that guy. I mean, and they come
the right way.
And not only do they become disciplined, a lot of teams that you see are disciplined. They're not I mean, you don't always see a disciplined, successful team. Well, Hopes Plus, they're both. They're disciplined and they're successful. So, I want to see them go all the way. I want to see them win it all. And I'm going to go ahead and call it tonight. I'm going to say that they're going to be there in the state championship game.
New beast, man.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody out of this area does.
I will call it Hokes Bluff, UMS right out of Mobile in the state championship game.
And I hope to see it, man. Love those guys over there.
Yeah.
UMS Right used to be.
They're still tough.
Yeah. Remember Sam Haggins played with them. Remember? Played football and basketball and took them to state.
Yeah.
All right, let's slide on down to the Etowah Blue Devils playing my two schools. I went to Etowah my whole life and transferred to Sardis for a year and a half where I graduated. Coach Hill coming back to the Blue Holes, we call it, and playing Etowah at his old school where he coached at and had great defenses over the years. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, he had outstanding defenses at Etowah, but again, this is and it's kind of it stinks kind of for the audience, but for me, it's a good thing. Every week we're saying the same thing. Etowah just overmatch them. There's across the board. Southside, their defense is they're pretty good. Southside, they played Southside pretty tough. Also heartbreaker Southside last week. Actually thought they'd come in undefeated. I look for about it's not going to be exactly like Crossville. That was 49-0 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. But I look for about the same outcome. Possibly be a JV game in the second half like Crossville was. I say Etowah will go 49. And I don't know. That defense is so good. I like to say 49-6. That's what I'm
going to tell you. I'm going to say one thing about those guys. They're going to hit you in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go ahead and warn you about that. You say they're going to Etowah's going to overmatch. I mean, if I had to choose a team, if I had to choose that game, I'm going to go with Etowah winning it. But the thing is you're not just going to they're not going to lay down to you. And they're going to hit you in the mouth all 60 minutes. Yeah.
Sardis.
The only thing is a football team.
And I don't think Etowah will try to run it down. I mean, I don't think they'll try to. I mean, they may try to pound it. I don't know, but I think on the edges, it'll just get it. And I can say Troop. I didn't hammer on Troop, but I questioned Troop. Been quarterback a couple times. How he led the team. But last week, and I know it was Crossville, but he threw some pretty balls. I mean, it's like he was dropping dimes to kids. He threw to the back pylon one time on, I don't know, about a 10-yard route and hit DeRicky, and everybody's like, who's he throwing to? And it's just a perfect pass over his shoulder. DeRicky gets under it. But yeah, I mean, I know Southside, and yours blue collar team, I guess is a good way to describe it.
Yeah, there is, and I'm not saying they're the most, talented team in the world, but they're just not going they're not going to go into the Friday night's game saying, we're at Jim Glover, this is the number 2 team in the state, we're just going to let it down and give it to them. They're not going to do it.
When I came in the Etowah game against Crossville, I came in the Crossville side because their stadium's kind of crazy, so when I went straight in, I mean, they stopped us on the first play for it was a 2-yard game. It was like they just won the Super Bowl. Teams, he's right. They get fired up, but you see Etowah coming. It's like Southside next week. They're not viewing it as, okay, this is the number 2 team in 5A. They're viewing it as, okay, we got a chance to go put ourselves on the map here and beat Etowah.
I'm going to tell you something. I want to say Sardis played twice last year. They lost their quarterback. I know he was their best playmaker last year. But I seen them beat Madison County, who beat Etowah last year. And then I seen them play Madison Academy to an absolute standstill. You know what I'm saying?
That game?
No, they lost it very, very young. Now that was last year's team, and they had some playmakers, and they looked pretty tough last year. I know they lost a lot. I hadn't seen them play in person yet.
Yeah.
They played Southside tough. It'd be interesting, man, because I know Coach Hill, if he's ever wanted to win a game, pull him upset, it'd be that one. You know what I'm saying?
They kind of put me in the mind of Hokes Bluff in a way as far as the discipline
goes. The discipline and all, yeah.
I think if he stays there long enough, he could possibly be the next Coach Rob around here.
Because they're finally getting some players in up there. They've annexed half of Etowah's district has annexed to. They're making them go to Sardis now. So they've gained a lot of players from there. Which that happened, 2 years ago? Or a year?
I think it was last year, right?
Last year,
when they stopped.
So they basically, all that Duck Springs area, all that they used to go to Etowah, they're making them go to Sardis now. So it's changed some.
Wow.
Now, that brings us to the Southside Panthers, who are off this week. But tell us a little bit about preparation in an off week, getting some guys maybe back healthy, or some guys that's banged up healthy, and looking forward to playing Etowah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was telling him about Sardis. I mean, they play you so physical that, it's really an ideal off week because we had to get a few guys healthy and, and we fully expect our whole team to be healthy next week. So that's a good thing. We had to use this off week to to get better. So, we know it's the big one. We talked about the big one earlier this week, and, not going to talk about it yet, but I'm going to tell you something, man. I mean, it's time to go shock the world.
Yeah, they got a whole week to prepare. I mean, they got to get some people healthy.
That quarterback for Southside, he can sling the ball. I mean, he's a pretty decent
we're really, we're impressed the way he's taking, leadership of the team.
Yeah, I like he throws a nice ball.
Junior or senior?
Yeah, sophomore, I believe.
Sophomore? Wow.
I think he's 15 years old.
Wow.
They got two.
Wow.
I mean, like number 30. What's his name?
Dunston
and Cat Bothell both.
And don't
Pretty
forget to mention Blake Reed, number 6.
Number 6, yeah.
Kids.
He had a touchdown catch call back against Oaks Bluff.
He did have a touchdown catch call back against Oaks Bluff, and he had a touchdown pass call, our only score against Lincoln. So, I think
that was the bomb.
That was the bomb.
Yeah.
He's just a hard worker, and I'm just I can really connect with him because he's just a good kid. You always. Can connect with a few guys. I mean, you want to connect with everybody on the football team, but it's just not possible.
That's a good call on Chance Moon, too. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Hey, that kid's a baller, bro. You called it in the preseason show.
Yeah,
that kid is a baller. And went the Oaks Bluff game, he was all over the place. I mean, called his name a million times. Sure he happens
Well,
every
we seen
game.
him at Lincoln. They couldn't. The first 2 or 3 drives.
Yeah.
They just finally said, "We're just going to run away from this guy." He's going up the middle at first, and all of a sudden, it's like
he's a really good player for us, but I mean, I'm just really looking forward to what Blake Reed's going to do for us this season and next season. And it's just, I think the sky's the limit for him.
I seen my man Zuchelli at the gym. I know he's got a strained MCL or something.
I don't know what his injury is, but we're looking to have him back Monday.
Yeah, so. I know he's limping around, but he's working it out at the gym and stuff.
He's a hard worker.
Yeah,
what's the status of the locker room right now? Is it clean, not clean?
Man, I almost commented on that. Here's the thing about that. I had it typed up and everything. And for those of you who's watching this, I'll go ahead and say it on here. But I had a message typed up on Facebook, and I was about to post it because I work with Centos. We've just got the contract to come in and do the deep ultra clean on the field house. So I just signed that one personally. That's why I was talking to Coach Winningham today, and I was like, and I almost got on there and started that fire, but then I was like, you know what, this is my job. I might just sit back. I didn't want to do that because I was about to jump in there, and I was like, I was about to go, hey, bro, I mean, first of all, this is a locker room, okay? Mm-hmm. And there's help on the way because they got us coming in, and we're fixing to, what we do is the deep ultra clean, like sanitize. It's going to be the real deal.
One of the players told me that you guys play Friday night, Pee Wee plays, and then you clean on Sundays, is what he said. You clean the locker room on Sundays.
Yeah, like I said.
Why is this an issue, bro? I mean,
local football, man. This is what we talk about. This is what if this was a fine ball in here, and he'd be talking about stuff like this.
Yeah, it wasn't. 200 posts.
The bottom line is, and I'm gonna leave it at this. More Coach Doherty, or nobody ever really gets mad at me anymore. But when you play a game on Friday night and you get back to the locker room 11:30.
Not cleaning.
You're not cleaning it up that night. I'm sorry.
Those 40-year-old guys that say they did, they're lying. I mean, you're wrong. When I first came here, when I moved here, I went to Southside, and I can guarantee you not one time where we tell, hey, game's over, clean your crap up. No one ever said that, bro. No one.
You weren't 30 years ago with them, though, were you?
No, I wasn't that long. Well, it was close, but not that long ago.
And I feel like my son played there last year. We had the middle school locker room over there. Yeah. And us parents, we just went in there and cleaned it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's don't complain, but go help. If you live there and you love Southside that much, go help.
So is there
we didn't have to
about their locker room?
Oh, bro, there's a post. Some 40-year-old, it's probably 50, said, can't believe what he was doing. Obviously, he's upset with the coaching staff, which is silly. And he's using this dirty locker room as an example of how terrible a coach this guy is. It's like, the locker room's dirty, so obviously it's like that on the field. Well, you're obviously not a very smart person.
My thing was, like I said, we didn't get paid $1 to clean that locker room.
Right.
As parents, we just went in there and did it. You know, I mean, just if you want to, let's stop complaining. Let's help.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like to say that, but I'm telling you, this camera looking at me. My company is coming in. We're doing ultra clean, and this was signed before that post. I mean, this is something me and Coach Whittier has been talking about.
Yeah, this didn't lead to Southside's coming in.
This is 3 weeks before. Just letting everybody know. So now, since we got a very special guest, Mr. Kelly D's in house, we are going to. He is a football knowledge man. This guy knows more about high school football. I can't explain how much. So we've got a list of games, and Mr. Kelly D's is going to pick the winner.
Don't peek.
He's got this. You ready to roll?
Yes.
Give me Westbrook and West End winner.
Westbrook, 35-14.
7.
It's a good call.
I like it.
It's a good call.
Yeah.
Etowah Sardis.
42 to 6.
42-6. Hoax Bluff and Aniana. This will be interesting.
Hartwell 49 to 14.
Ooh. I like it. Kelly D's won. Austin and Gadsden City.
38-35 Austin.
Ooh.
Oh,
Another heartbreaker for Reggie. 38-35, correct? Okay. Another heartbreaking 3-point loss for Reggie. Piedmont, Randolph County.
Let's see.
That's gonna be a good one.
I think that will. This ain't the same Piedmont that we're used to.
No.
The train.
42 to 21.
42-21?
Yes.
Because Aniana beat, Ohatchee beat them.
Ohatchee beat them in the Jamboree, yeah.
Crossville Douglas.
world's biggest pillow fight.
Well, everybody in Crossville Douglas just cheer that one out.
I'm just kidding. I know a lot of people in Douglas. Please don't hate me.
23 to 22.
Which one? Crossville? Okay.
I like that.
I was gonna say like 9
You
to
didn't
6.
have to go- you didn't have to go there.
Alexandria and Albertville. That'd be interesting.
Albertville 28 to 27.
Mmm.
And I think we made that one wrong. I think it's not Alexandria Boaz. It is Alexandria Boaz. I might have wrote down. We might have wrote down.
Boaz?
I think it is Boaz.
Oh, that changes the whole parameter of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. Now, Alexandria Boaz. What would you have in that one?
Same.
Who you got winning?
Alexander.
27. What'd you say? 27 to what?
27-20.
27-20. Okay. Here's the X factor. The Hoover Bucks versus Hewitt Trussville.
Crossville.
What? What? What you got to score?
It's good.
22 to 19.
Woo.
Who do you go with?
He's taking
Crossville.
Hewitt Trussville.
Oh.
He is giving Hoover's kicker 4 field goals though.
Man, Kelly D.
Wow.
What if Kelly D's hits every one of these with every score?
That would be something.
We're going to call him Kelly D's the Illuminati. Hey, look at this. So, if what Kelly D's is saying is correct, we've got some major upsets.
Yeah.
That Hewitt's going to be, well, I don't know. They got 4 Division I athletes.
Yeah, they do. They do.
22-19 over Hoover. If they hold Hoover to 19, I'll be. Last year in the playoffs, I was at that game. It was 50-something, 30-something.
Something like that, yeah.
I was at that game.
That's the thing that's going to be a high scoring game.
I like his Hoax Bluff score. 49-14.
Is Aniana still the same Aniana they've?
No, they're pretty tough. I don't think
they're tough. I know they're 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Kelly D's, we got these. We're going to go back over next week on our review show. We're going to see.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Average Joe's Sports Talk. We are about to shut it down, but before we do, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell beside it to get the notifications. You guys have a good night.